So it's England against Denmark on Wednesday for a place in the final against Italy. According to the bookies, England are favourites. Alexis Nunes outside Wembley for us. Alexis, I can only imagine the hype in England must be through the roof.
Oh, Dan, the hype is absolutely through the roof. And I remember we were talking about this just yesterday, and even Stevie Nicol, much to his displeasure, was rolling his eyes. But it even got worse today. I was watching the usual, broadcasters here, and they even started asking one of the pundits what he thinks England's chances are for the World Cup based on how they are going now. And some people had to say, hang on, let them get through this semi-final first. But those were the questions that even Gareth Southgate had to be fielded today. And I remember yesterday I also said that last time, or I haven't really heard the usual English pessimism or the doubts that have crept in or the harping on all the heartbreak that's happened in England's history since probably before the Germany game. But Gareth Southgate did have to field and answer some of those doubts from journalists today in the press conference. They sort of reminded him, look, as great as everything has been going for England, they have made it to a semi-final recently and they have had their hearts broken. So what's the difference now? And Gareth Southgate, usually who's quite cautious, he actually said this time 100% it's different because some of these players have been there, they've experienced that heartbreak and they've moved on, and now they have a different mentality and they've passed that on to the other players, some of the younger ones that are experiencing this for the first time. So there's absolutely pretty much no chance of the momentum getting, or the occasion rather, getting the best of them. And then of course he was asked about what kind of 11 he's going to try and field tomorrow. You heard from Stuart Robson that he thinks is going to be Jadon Sancho, but all the talk actually now here in England is about Bukayo Saka. If you think there's that much hype about this England team, Bukayo Saka has probably the most hype of all of them. You can forget Jack Grealish, you can forget Jadon Sancho. Everyone's talking about Bukayo Saka. And even though I know Robbo wasn't impressed with him against Germany, everyone seems to be impressed from what they have seen so far of him. And Gareth Southgate even hinted that he's actually quite a bit taken aback by how much of a diamond he has. He's still so young, but he seems up for any occasion. He is pretty much fearless. You said he's a breath of fresh air. I mean, he's so good on the ball. He gets himself in great positions that everyone's kind of hoping that he's the one that does start against Denmark tomorrow. But either way, I was just inside too, Italy, Spain, and guess what song was ringing out in the stadium? It's Coming Home. And right now, there's a ton of Italy fans celebrating behind us, but even some of them have signs that say it's coming home as well. So Dan, I can only imagine what it's going to be like tomorrow, because I have never in my life, I think, even seen a country with such high expectations that nothing less than an absolute win here on Sunday will be accepted.
What could possibly go wrong, eh, Nathan?
No,
Who goes to Italy, Spain and starts singing It's Coming Home? You should be banned from doing that, by the way. That shouldn't be allowed. Taking a look at this, obviously the big question mark is Sancho. Is that fair?
I don't know. It's a tough one. I think he did well in the last game, but Southgate seems to be mixing up depending on what the opposition is. So, I'd like to see him again, but if he does play, I think some key people are going to miss out.
We've only got 5 seconds left, Frank. Who do you want to win?
Would I want to win?
Yeah.
The best.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't want England to lose?
I want the best to win.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd be
5 seconds are over. Bye-bye.
Touche.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. We will be. Are you back tomorrow, Frank? We're watching the game together.
Of course, I want to see you sweating.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.